So now we're going to talk a little bit about your business, Jamboree Play and Music. And for those of us who are unaware of what Jamboree Play and Music is, share with us, what is Jamboree Play and Music?
So officially, we are the global leader in early childhood development classes. Very much so those kind of mommy and me. I like to call it caregiver me because we have it all. We've got the moms, the dads, the grandparents, aunts, uncles, nannies. Bring them. It doesn't matter. As long as you have a loving person coming in with that child, interacting with the child during those classes. Mm-hmm. So our 45-minute classes, we have an instructor who leads the caregivers and the child through activities to help develop them socially, physically, and also cognitively. Okay. So we will go over various things such as opposites, on and off, soft and loud. For our older children, we do a lot of creative, imaginative play, bringing out that part in them. And then, of course, with our playscapes, which are proprietary, they've been made specifically for Jamboree Play and Music, and they're interchangeable so that we always have different challenges going on. So help build up those muscles of children. And even for our babies. So for instance, yesterday, our little ones were studying rocking and rolling. And so we actually put them down on this wedge to help them learn how to roll over. Because, eventually it's just a skill children need to learn. We help them with crossing the midline so that then they can learn to crawl properly, and just building up on those skills to where eventually then they're everything, of course, evolves cognitive as well as physical traits, but eventually using those skills with their cognitive, creative minds to go off and play and pretend today we're at a jungle, today we're going into outer space, today we're going to the grocery store, things like that. With the music classes, I love them because it's very cultural as well as genre appreciative. So for instance, we've been studying Australian music. Yeah. Sometimes we'll study Asian music, Celtic music, just all over the world. And like I said, all sorts of genres too. Classical, jazz, Beatles, ABBA. So, all the parents are like, oh yeah, this is right. Cool. And then even I think more recently, we've been doing more like techno, start getting more into the current styles. Yeah. With our art classes, I love it because if you don't want to have all that art mess at home, you come to Jamboree and we'll do the glitter. Yeah. We'll have all the materials you need and it'll be there, and it's very easy cleanup on your part. We do the worst of it. Yeah. But we also do all sorts of mediums. So it's not just crayons and markers and paints. We are also bringing out birdseed and yarn and sequins and beads and all sorts of stuff like that. So work on those fine motor skills. So a lot of the other pieces are your gross motor. Art would be more fine motor. Yes. And then again, as they age older, we have a preschool play and prep program. Okay. And so that's more for our 2-3-year-old children, start preparing them to separate from their parents, especially now with all these COVID babies. Some of them have never been away from their parents before. And so, so this is a good way to begin because the parents stay for about 15 minutes and then they back away. But, they can kind of hang out in the area because it's only an hour-long class. And so if the child is getting upset, they're right there. Yeah. And then we'll slowly, gradually start breaking them away more and more. And then we have our 2-hour school skills. So total drop-off program and just really getting those children ready even more with those early literacy, math, science skills, start preparing them to go to preschool. Some people even might use us in lieu of a preschool program. Okay. And then we do summer camps. Last year we did Camp Jimbo, which was so much fun. Yes. So we did different things like going to the beach. We actually went outside and did some slip and slide. But we're also doing geography and math and science. So avoid that summer slide as well, or again, prepare kids for school. And we're going to bring in a Lego STEAM camp this summer too. So a lot of fun stuff. I'm looking forward to it. We do parties. So Thursday we had our sweetheart soiree. So people came and we did all sorts of little themed activities with that, and birthday parties, of course. We're a great place for parties because when you book a party with us, you get the entire site to yourself. You're sharing it with anybody else. Yeah. Okay. So I love that. And then we cater to the child. So of course you pick out the theme and all that. And that's a lot of fun. And then we can also just be an indoor playground. We have open gym so people can come and just let their little ones roam around in a safe place. And no matter what the weather's like outside, we're here for you.
Yes. So. You mentioned that you have a summer camp?
Yes.
Okay. And what's the time range when school lets out until the beginning of school?
So we'll probably start it the first full week of June for the Camp Jimbo, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday for about 4 hours. Excuse me. And so during that time, we'll do a little bit of everything. They get their playtime out on the play floor with various activities. We have, I said, early literacy, early math, some science activities, probably do some little geography. They'll get a music class with that, of course, lunchtime. And then just some free play as well, because children have to have fun.
Yes, especially in the summer.
Yes. And then that Lego camp one, I'm looking at having it kind of in between when school gets out and before we start that one. So kind of an intensive every day, 1 or 2 hour class for children, just a little something to do if they don't have anything going on pretty much between like Memorial Day and when we start Camp Jimbo.
Okay.
So get them on the house and it'll be fun. Yes. Those little ones look up to the big ones and learn from them. And then the big ones get that sense of leadership and self-confidence because I can do this and I can show you how to do it. So you get that as well. Okay. But so, and then we do offer free preview classes for our play and learn music and art classes. Okay. Our other ones, we do have a small fee for a trial, but if you decide to become a member with us, we apply that to your first month of membership.
Okay, that's pretty neat. So you mentioned that it can be, I guess, substituted for daycare?
Not for daycare, it's more for a preschool, potty trained children. Okay. And those who are toilet trained. And so, like I said, it's more of a, just there's people who are looking more for just something to prepare their children more for kindergarten. If you're needing a full-time preschool because you're working full-time, we're not the right choice for you because we don't have that much, but I said that school skills is twice a week in the afternoons. Okay. So, but it, hey, 2 hours to yourself, go shopping. We're in Gateway Plaza in South Lake. We're pretty much right between both South Lake and Grapevines town squares. Lots of shopping, other small businesses, dining. Grapevine Mills is right down the road, so you can go and have fun there as well. So even if you're coming from further away, you make a day of it. That's what I used to do when I took my children, because I've never lived near Jamboree. But I would take my children and we'd hang out with our friends afterwards, go have lunch, go shopping at those places that are nowhere where I live. And we say at the end, hip hip hooray, it's a Jamboree day. And that's really what it was for us. It was a Jamboree and a do everything else day. Yes. So great way to get out of the house and meet other people. And we currently are the only one in DFW as well. Okay. So really the only one in North Texas, period.
Now, the last thing about Jamboree, specifically regarding the kids' ages, what is the age range for enrollment and up to which age?
So really, we say about 2 months, let them grow a little. I said we do the babies, and it's a lot more calmer, of course, activities, a lot more talking points. So we'll help support some of that new motherhood issues going on. And we work with a lot of tummy time for them. So help support their neck development. And again, you get some of those children who do not like it, but so we build up. Even if they can't do it the whole time, we will build up to it. So so definitely 2 months until about 5-6 years of age. And so, by then they're more into some of those family classes, the music, art, the explorers, or even those school readiness classes for them. So, and, and sometimes you can squeeze in a little bit older if they're on the smaller side, at least come and play and have some fun. So it's all good.